A very pleasant morning to all my dear students. Today, 22nd of April 2021, the day with after Ram Navami, we are going to start the poem Fire and Ice. Today we are going to read the poem Fire and Ice. Okay? This poem is composed by Robert Frost. Robert Frost. He is a very famous American poet. He is a famous American poet. And in the previous poem, that is The Dust of Snow, we have also read, and that poem is also written by Robert Frost, right? So Fire and Ice. First we have to know what is the main symbolism here, or the main importance of fire and ice according to the poet Robert Frost, right? So let us see. First we will see about fire. Here the poet says that fire symbolizes it symbolizes a main thing, that is desire. It indicates the desire. Students, in English, the word desire, many words are related to this word. Let us see. Desire, then one more word is that want, need, necessity. Okay, desire, want, need, necessity, wish. All these are of some or the other have a similar meaning. Okay, for example, let us see desire. I have a desire to purchase a car, right? I have a desire. It is not possible that I may buy or not, that is other reason, but I have a desire then. Second is I want. I want to purchase some of the things that is needed to fulfill our basic needs. So this is very important, because only basic things are needed, and for that we want it to survive our life. That is different from desire. Desire may be fulfilled, may not be, but want should be fulfilled, right? Next is need. Need means necessities, similar to the necessity word. We need water, we need air to survive in this world. Without that, we cannot survive. So, need and necessity. Necessity, house is our necessity, right? Without house, we can't live, isn't it? So, many things are there in which we consider need or necessity. Wish. Wish is different. I wish to become a Prime Minister of India. That is my wish. That wish is may be fulfilled, may not be fulfilled. The thing is that. So here the term, what I want to say that, here the poet fire, he used it fire as a symbolism of desire. Fire here indicates as a desire. The human desire is unlimited, though the resources are limited. So these desires may lead to the world end, right? It will lead our world to the end point. So here the poet says that fire, which symbolizes the desire, which on the other hand may lead to the world end. Same thing is there. We can say that ice. The next term is your ice. Ice here symbolizes the hatred, right? Inhumanity. Ice leads to coldness or hatred, which also definitely leads to the world to end. So in this poem, the poet Robert Frost here want to say that these two important factors, fire and ice, may lead to the world to an end point. Because excess of desireness and excessive of hatred may definitely will be end to our world. It is our over desireness and over hatredness may lead our world to end. So being a human being, it is our moral duty to do not create such a situation. We should have to be limit our desire. Whatever we have getting, whatever the Almighty God has given to us, we should have to satisfy that one. and try to minimize our desires, right? Same thing is there, eyes, right? So eyes, as I told you, leads to hatred. If we hate each other, okay, if we try to make racial discrimination among ourselves, definitely it will lead to hatred. So we should not have to keep such things in our mind. So here the poet says that we can say the central idea of the poem Fire and Ice is mainly that too much of desireness or and hatred will lead to the world end. So let us discuss what is there in the poem that the Robert Frost tried to convey the message. So student, here is the poem Fire and Ice, composed by Robert Frost, right? So here the poet says that Fire and Ice expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, that is, either by fire or by ice. Both the components are compared, right? Both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions, hatred and desire. Both the components are presenting a human emotions, that is hatred and desire. Fire leads to desireness and ice leads to hatred. So the poet thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in bringing the whole world to a catastrophic end. It brings a whole world to a catastrophic end. So in the first stanza, let us see the first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So, here the poet says that the poem here expresses the profound idea that the world would end either in two ways, either by fire or by ice, right? Either by fire or by ice. So one group is of opinion that someday the earth's core will end and will get and either by ice or by fire. One group is of opinion that someday the earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire destroying the earth's surface. On the other hand, some groups are saying that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on earth impossible, so it would have the same catastrophic effect. So the poet then compares that fire and ice with the destructive feature. Okay, it is the destructive features of human desireness, human emotions and hatred. He said that from what he is aware about fiery desires, and he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them and consequences of unmonitored logging in chaos. So he told that some of the opinion have that the world would end due to fire, and some other people have the opinion that the world will end due to ice. So in the first stanza, the poet expresses that the destructions of the earth is due to the two main reasons, due to fire and due to ice. So students, right now you have seen the explanation of the first stanza of the poem, Fire and Ice. And as I told you that these two main agents which leads to the destruction of the earths. Okay, the poet want to express that some people have the opinion that the world will be end due to fire, and some other have the opinion that it will due to destruction due to ice. So in the next class we will see how it happens. Okay, so I hope whatever we have discussed, it must be clear to you. Thank you so much.